Hello, students of course 5011, uh, Research for Education for Change, week 8. Welcome. This week and next week, we are broadening the research paradigms or worldviews that constitute a basis or infrastructure for having research. And we are looking at two other frameworks this week. One is indigenous research, and one arts-based educational research or research in education that integrates arts ingredients. The two the two readings are one by Stenauer, Thoughts on an Indigenous Research Methodology, and the other one by Bowen and Eisner, titled Art-Based Educational Research. So these two framework both demonstrate, I believe, theoretical assumptions that are different from what we saw till now, the post-positive, constructivist, transformative, and pragmatic in others. But they also somewhere overlap, at least with some of those. Pay attention that an indigenous research methodology is different from studying indigenous students or schools or populations or communities that at least some of you read earlier in the course. And I will also advise regarding the art-based educational research to also read the example at the end of the article or this chapter. The two themes that you have in both of them, I'm asking you to address both frameworks. In the first theme, comparing arts integrated research and indigenous research, you are required to compare similar features in these two framework to take two pairs of similar features or at least features that seems are similar or remind each other, one in the indigenous, one in the art based, and discuss their similarities, but also nevertheless what differentiates them. And I'm asking you to do this by explaining how the differences between them reflect the different worldviews ingrained in them. A feature can be, for example, ontological or epistemological assumption that is used for the specific framework, or a research method, or a basic notion of the research paradigm. In the second theme, adopting or rejecting from these types of research, I'm asking you to identify and specify two features from uh, um, from those paradigms. If you want one from each, or two from one of them, and explain why would you adopt or reject these features specifically for research in education for change as you see education for change. Please explain why you would adopt or reject. If you're adopting them, why it's a good idea to use them in research for education in change. And if you reject, what's the problem by adopting the specific feature? So for example, you can come and say, oh, there's a specific feature in indigenous or in arts-based research that is different or is lacking in all other framework, and it's kind of addition that is useful in order to have research in education. Or on the other hand, you can come and say, oh, this specific research is problematic and it's not a good idea to use for research in education for change. That's it. That's for this week. I wish you enjoyment in your work, and I think that we get into a point that dealing with research and specific approaches to research in education becomes very, very interesting now that we have the backdrop of already several traditional research framework. So I will see you as usual on D2L in our discussions. Bye bye.